Hello friends, thank you for all your responses on my video which was about 12 stages of full awakening. One of the gentlemen, Earth's Own One, that's his handle, he had asked a few questions. Thank you so much for asking these questions. Very important, very relevant. And I promised him that I will create a video on this to explain to you. So let me begin with those questions that he asked me. He is writing, "Sir, thank you. I have a lot of questions. What is the reason behind explaining awakening through months? The year starting from April, question mark. Is this to do with the new year? Uh, then the second question is there a significance of the first step being the events in April? So and I told him I will create a video. So he says, please post a video of responses. I look forward to more videos. And obviously he's a seeker and blessed soul. Very happy to see these questions. So let me just try answer. He also asked about breathing. So it's about, subsequently he asked, is there breathing per minute, or what is the importance of breath awareness, etc. He asked those questions. So these are the three things that he asked. I'm going to talk to you, all of you, about this, and kind attention, Earth's Own One. Okay. So I talked about 12 months. I think what was confusing to him was why is it being related to month, awakening being related to month. So I tried to respond in the comment section over there that it is to do with what is happening outside. Nature also relates that to what is happening inside. And those who are smart people, they will take clue from what is happening outside, because it is the right moment for you to practice similar thing inside. If you know this 12 stages of awakening by month, then you will observe the nature outside and see that similar things would happen, can happen inside. And actually they are happening. It's an opportune moment for those things to be realized. But if you are attentive, if you are aware of that, then so it's really very important thing to know. And thank you for this question. So I'm actually going to correlate as to what is happening outside in the month, in a particular month, and then what is happening inside. Okay, so this is the exercise we'll do now. Okay, so the first month, according to Hindu calendar, was that started in mid-April sometime. Okay, so April, it's called Chaitra. So the first stage. Okay, so that is where the awakening begins. Okay. So it's an early summer in India. So it's all related with, there are 6 seasons here in India. There are 4 seasons in US. So, see it from the perspective of the seasons that occur in India. Okay. So please keep that in mind. So I'm not going to go by the 6 seasons. I'm going to go by the 12 stages and 12 months. Okay. So the April first month, first stage of awareness, early summer it is. What happens outside? There is sharp rise in the temperature. Okay, so the temperature suddenly starts rising. It's not full peak, but then it starts rising. So it has been cold, 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 and now this temperature has started rising. So what happens inside of you? Okay, so temperature rise outside. What happens inside is, you don't like the outside world for the dryness. Okay, so like there is a dryness, and then you will also see the dry behaviors also coming, right? As outside is as within, right? So you want to get over the heat of the world, right? So it's like, the behaviors that are not so comfortable. You want to get over all that. You become aware of what is good, what is not good, because this is a change of weather. And then that, the temperatures are rising. So you need to segregate good, bad. And you now know that the world is consuming each other. So it's like it is meant for, all the relationships are meant for, they take advantage, there is a dependency. It's like all the relationships have some motive. So it's like, the whole world is need based, and nobody cares for anyone genuinely. So it's like, there is some selfish motive that is there in all the relationship, that kind of feeling. So in the spiritual awakening, it starts coming into the person. You start seeing you start seeing this transparently, that, oh, this is what the whole world is all about. Then comes the second stage of awakening, which is May, which is where the summer, peak summer has arrived. So peak summer, water levels go down. So there is water scarcity. Water scarcity means you have now known that the world is like this, right? It's an illusion. Now, but you need more guidance now. So to come above this, illusion. But you have scarcity of knowledge, scarcity of water outside, scarcity of knowledge. Water has got to do with knowledge, always. Like Ganges, river Ganges is about knowledge, okay? So when you see Ganges in your dream, it is like, knowledge is coming in you. That's how, spiritual connotations are. So, summer, peak heat, water scarcity, you need more guidance. Lack of water means lack of knowledge. So what you need to do is you focus on getting knowledge from the scriptures. You read Vedas, you read Upanishads, Geeta, Brahmasutra. People in the western part go to Bible, read some chapters of Bible, talk to people who are realized, talk to people who are on that path, gain more knowledge to understand this illusion more, and how to come out of this illusion. That's very important. Comes third stage is June, which is summer to monsoon. This is pre-monsoon. So pre-monsoon showers come in India around June time, June's first, second week, and the humidity increases. So what happens is that inside you are preparing for the soul to receive the rain of knowledge. Now, you were actually so far depending on the water, which is either coming from the ground or it is in the lake or some reservoirs, etc. But now the rain of knowledge is going to come directly from heaven. Okay, so that's what it means. So you get ready to receive the secrets of your that your mind and soul will reveal to you now. That knowledge will come from within now. So within means it's going to directly come now. It's now not going to be, you're not going to pump it up from the earth to consume it. There will be a lot of water coming in directly now. Okay. So there is a deepening of the desire at this point in time to get liberated, because now you're happy that, there is a direct pouring coming now. Okay. The fourth stage is July, which is monsoon, heavy rains coming, lush greenery all around. Imagine your inside is also getting green now. Okay. And then because of that rain of knowledge, it is getting cleansed. The knowledge is the greatest purifier. Okay. So it is all getting cleansed. Everyone is joyous, but be careful. In the joy, the illusion is at play, the worldly joy. So you protect yourself from external attack of thoughts. Okay. Just maintain that your first stage of awareness, that it's all illusion. Okay. Because at every stage, you will see that something like this is happening, which will distract you and drag you back into the illusion. So the fifth stage comes August. Okay. The monsoon is continuing, continuous rain, agriculture is thriving, lots of produce coming from the field. Now what is happening inside is you surrender to your guru. The God has started reflecting in you. The knowledge has poured enough, and now you can see in the settled state of your mind, where that water has settled, you will see the God is reflecting now in that. Worship Him continuously. Who? Your Sadhguru. Because you can't see God, but you can see your Guru, your Master. So worship Him, as an embodiment of Supreme Almighty. So worship Him continuously in your mind, with all your emotions, but in your breath. Okay. Though no external worship. All the worship and emotions have to go into your breath. And by rigorous practice and devotion of this kind, you will get established in the penance. So the penance will begin only when you practice this. Practice this continuously now. That is a must stage now, fifth stage. Okay? Practicing of penance has to begin now. You've got enough knowledge, your mind has to settle to be able to see the essence of that knowledge. Come the sixth stage is late monsoon to early autumn. So what happens in early autumn is skies are clear, crops are maturing, and what is happening inside now is you can breathe fresh air in the morning and evening, and you can get ready for the ultimate knowledge. Now, because you breathe well, in the good breathing, more and more awareness will emerge in you, and you will get the ultimate knowledge to develop in your breath. Okay? The seventh stage comes, which is October month, which is autumn, is cool and dry weather. Okay? So, dry again, but cool, dry. So, you get more clear. Now, dry, cooling is like, freezing of your thoughts. Your thoughts are settling. Okay, that's what it means. Cooling down means sort of settling. So, you get more clarity about your own soul and the Brahman. So, there's something called a Tattvamasi, which is there in the original video that I posted. Tattvamasi is you are that, right? So, because of that clarity that you get about the soul and the ultimate Brahman, you know exactly where you go to meditate. Tattvamasi means you are that, and you need to meditate over that only. Now, be steadfast, just focus on that, and don't lose track of that. And comes the next month, which is November. November is pre-winter. Pre-winter is crisp mornings, crops are being sown, all engagements in the world appear superficial to you, and you see that they will evaporate. All these engagements are futile, false, and they will evaporate. Today is there, tomorrow it may not be there. You start seeing your own true form in the light of this knowledge. The light of knowledge is appearing in you. And so what you do is, in the pre-winter stage, crisp mornings and all, you will lighten the lamp of your lamp within and see the true form. Because you have now, by now you have understood the illusion to a large extent. Comes the ninth step, which is December, winter, short days, snow in hills, everyone stays inside the house. What is happening inside you now, in your existence? Freezing of your interest in the world. You want to remain inside. You understand now the unmanifested side of you, the subconscious and the dark matter, etc., where a lot of unknown play happens, all the forces of action, interactions, whatever happens in the galaxy, whatever happens in the inside. Now you are able to understand some of it, feel some of it now. Okay, so that's the ninth stage. 10th stage is January, which is peak winter, though peak cold. Frosting happens in plains in India, the middle part of the India. So what happens inside is you do most of those inside activities now, analyzing yourself and understanding the intricacies of mind, intellect and memory, how they work with each other. And there are no wild thoughts coming in, because when you start analyzing and observing, the thoughts start reducing. And the passion in the world almost reduces to zero. So what happens because of that is that there is very, very negligible engagement in the world. And the seeker and the sought, which is like, you were the worshipper and there was an object of worship. Now both have becoming one now. The becoming of one. That unity, singularity is about to appear now. Comes the 11th stage, which is February, late winter to spring, which is end of chill. The cold weather is going, and the flowers are blooming now. This is the time. This is the spring of knowledge. Inside, what is happening is spring of knowledge coming. Blossoming begins now. All the flowers will blossom in you. You are going to be filled with you are getting filled with the ultimate knowledge. Now the flower is already blossoming. and you see the beauty of unified consciousness. You see everywhere, everything is integrated. It's the singularity at play. God, one has been. You can observe it everywhere. It's like you overwhelming with the joy of seeing the God in everything around you. So that's the 11th stage. And the 12th stage is the spring, the ultimate spring, colorful fields, either moderate warmth, which will give you a lot of soothing, soft, silky feeling, right? And so what is happening inside is you are fully blossomed now. And you have enough colors of knowledge to be able to distribute it to the world. You are now empowered by the God to distribute that knowledge into the world. So you have reached the ultimate stage of awakening. So how beautiful it is, relating months to the stages of awakening. What is happening outside is also happening inside. So when you see something happening outside, just correlate it, align it with what should happen inside you for everyone to really blossom into their true form. Now I'm coming to the second part of the question from the gentleman, importance of breath awareness. I wish I knew your name. I just know by your handle, but please type your name so that I can address you by your name. So importance of breath awareness is something that he asked for. So there are 4 ways, the breath helps you. One is this physiological regulation, where it gives you enough oxygen, there is enough exchange of oxygen. So if you, the breath is controlling that exchange. It actually, if you focus on your breath, it gives you clarity. It's because, it quietens your mind. This is the other thing it does, and brings you into the present moment. Okay. So your anxiety goes. If you are in the present moment, your anxiety will go. Your anxiety comes if you are in the past. You regret your past and you are worried about your future, is where the anxiety comes. If you somehow know to become in presence, your anxiety will go. So that is what the breath does. So breath is the tool for you to get into the present. And then it gives the emotional balance. I'm just telling you the importance of the breath awareness. So it is directly connected to your emotions. So if you are angry, your emotions are high, your breath will become shallow. You will breathe more. And if you are calm, then your breath count will reduce. You will breathe lesser per minute. And then your emotional responses are regulated. Then you actually get time to really read things, do not react. And if your emotions are high, you immediately react, right? And now your breathing has become shallow. So you are breathing more number of times in a minute, right? Something like that. And the last aspect of it is spiritual connection. So if you do, pranayama, etc., and you are fully mindful of your breath, the breath itself becomes the bridge between your body and the deeper layers of the consciousness. So that's the biggest importance of the breath, and because it can then help you get the self-awareness and do the introspection. You cannot do the self-introspection and awareness unless you know how to observe your breath. Okay, that also needs some practice and blessings from some master. But in any ways you begin, the master will approach you, or you will get to meet the master. The last part of his question was about breath counts per minute, and he was saying that is generally he has 18 breaths per minute, so he was asking, getting to 6 breaths per minute, will that be relaxation, etc. So I'll give an analysis. Okay, in the normal state, it's like it's not abnormal. A normal state, you are part of the world, you are part of the ecosystem. Ecosystem runs with 18 breaths per minute. Okay, where ecosystem needs to drive you, ecosystem needs to make you worried, because if you're not worried, you will not do something. Some of those things happen. So 18 breaths per minute is the typical, but it's not a relaxed state. If you now want to relax, so the whole awakening exercise is relaxing your mind, calming, cooling, so that finally it freezes. And when it freezes, the thoughts freeze, and then you get to see your form. So now if you want to go towards the journey, you be mindful of how many breaths you're taking per minute. So the next day is reducing from now above 18 plus is rapid or shallow breathing. There, anxiety, tension, physical exertion, all these things are there. Okay, so that's what it is. So it's like there's no relaxation. It's like it's a state of panic. Now it could be 18, say 20, 24, some might even breathe more depending on the health condition. But if you want to start calming down, between 12 to 18, if breath per minute is a resting state. Okay, so your mind is resting. Okay, it can rest within this. Like, it is not in chaos. So it is a resting mind. It's a restful mind. And if it is between 8 to 12, then it is associated with relaxation. And you have good focus, you have mental clarity. So 8 to 12 breaths per minute is relaxing state, deep focus, mental clarity. In very sharp. Okay? And less than 8 if you go, it is a meditative breathing. It's called meditative deep breathing. And eventually, less than 8, you would actually go into sleep. So be mindful of that. So because it enhances deep relaxation, there is a stability of mind and the inner awareness and the joy of inner awareness will make you fall asleep. So be careful. Do it in the night time, okay? Do not do it when you're traveling, etc. Yeah. So I talked to you about these 4 stages: 18 plus, okay? And see, normal to anxious, and then 12 to 18 is resting. 8 to 12 is deep, slow breathing, which is like relaxation, focus, mental clarity, and less than 8 is where it is meditative breathing or sleep state. I would not recommend to kind of force your breath to go less than 8, go to 4, and don't force yourself. It naturally happens. If it is not happening naturally, and if you're forcing it, you're creating other health conditions for you. Okay, so practice under the guidance of some masters. Do not practice on your own, and don't force anything. So, like there are some types of breathings, right? Like you have diaphragmatic breathing. What is that? Like place your one palm on your chest, one on your abdomen, and then breathe. Abdomen rises more than the chest. So this is one diaphragmatic breathing. I'm just telling you this is how people teach you breathing. The other is the Anulom Vilom, it is called in India. It's called the alternate nostril breathing. So you breathe like this. I'm breathing little heavier, noisy for you to understand, but you have to breathe it very softly, like in relaxed state of mind. Soft and silky touch of your finger. Use these two to close this and this, so thumb and this. So that's how you do Anulom Vilom. And the third is box breathing. See, box breathing is done by yogis, like Swami Vivekananda used to do this. He's mentioned in his book called Raj Yoga about 1-4-6-2. Like, you breathe for 1, hold it for 4, exhale for 6 count, and hold outside for 2 count. Inhale for 1 count of 1, and in the same proportion you increase it. So like you're breathing for 4, then 16 for hold, and then accordingly more for exhale and 8 for holding. So, but I would not recommend box breathing, is because some people who have practiced for long under the guidance of master should do box breathing. But what you should do is only breath observation. Just observe your breath. Sit comfortably, observe your natural breathing without altering it. Sit straight, relax. You want to have some back support, you can take it, some pillow, etc. Relax. Do not alter your breathing. Your attention should be only on, are you altering the breath? If you are altering it, don't do it. Don't do it. Just let it come and go. And notice the rhythm. Rhythm would be that to begin with, it might go inside slowly and then come out faster, but then it might change. The rhythm might get changed, say about 8 to 10 breaths, or 20 breaths, the rhythm would change. So it is going faster and coming out slower. And then it stays inside for some time, stays outside for a longer time. Okay. And that rhythm might also change, that it stays outside for a shorter time and stays inside for a longer time. You don't really alter anything. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Don't alter anything about the breath. And be witnessed through the breath flow and enjoy whatever it is activating. Okay. So in these 4 stages, okay, do not alter. It will go in 4 stages. And this rhythm, depth, and the sensation it creates while inhaling and exhaling, it will actually creating some sensation. It might massage your inner, might massage your nervous system, feel all that. Okay. You are just supposed to observe and feel the sensation, not alter anything about the breath. That is called breath observation. And gradually it actually slows down. It will go from 12 to 18 to less than 12 to less than 8 and all, but it needs a lot of practice. Do not try to count these things. Once in a while is fine, you can count, but don't do that. Don't worry about it. Say it right in corporate world. Don't worry about numbers. Numbers give you competition. You started competing with yourself, your yesterday and today. Don't do that. In yoga, meditation, pranayama, not allowed. So I would say, I hope I answered all the questions here, and this will help you understand my previous video, 12 stages of full awakening more. If you need to revisit that video again after watching this video, please do it. And if there are more questions to it, please post it here. I'll come back with the relevant answers. I'll try my best. Thanks so much.